All right, y'all can hear me? I know you can. I can hear myself. I'm touching the mic. Don't touch the mic. Let's get started. Today's video is a question video. I asked you guys on Instagram to shoot me some questions. But first, before we get into the questions, let me just say thank you all for stopping by to this channel, the Zone Focus channel. My name is Chris, and I love talking to you guys, and I love sharing information with you guys. And I really do like communicating with you guys. So one way that I communicate with the people who are involved with the channel and also the people who are involved with my Instagram is sometimes I'll pose a question on my Instagram channel to ask you guys to ask questions. From those questions, I then make videos. Question number 1 is from Zane Shoots Film. Shout out to Zane. Zane is a photographer in the UK. I think he's London based. He also has a YouTube channel. Go check him out. Zane Shoots Film asks, what's a type of photography you've always wanted to try but been too nervous to try? Long form documentary photography. At one point I wanted to be a war photographer, which is really wild. And I think that's like the documentary type deal too. I was more interested in the documentary part than the war part, but war was just kind of like the top of the top. But then I kind of came to my senses like, I ain't about to go out there in no war zone with a camera and they got AKs and stuff. I'm gonna get shot. So yeah, long form documentary photography. One person I always look up to is Gordon Parks, and Gordon Parks was a life photographer. And so he would go do stories. One story that he did was on Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam, which was kind of a long form documentary style project. I really enjoyed that. And then of course he did the Black Panthers as well. And that's the type of stuff that I would love to do personally. So yeah. Number 2, Mountain Religion says, you are in the analog camera land. I guess he's referring to Japan. Which analog camera will you acquire next for yourself? I need to stop buying cameras, to be totally honest. But I love cameras. Cameras are like toys, you know? Who doesn't like a new toy? And I love using the cameras. So one thing that's a pet peeve for me is having cameras that I'm not using. If they sit around too long, then I'm kind of like, I don't need it no more. I need to get rid of it. Somebody can use it. So right now I'm sitting on a lot of cameras. I have plans of selling these cameras and opening up a store to sell these cameras. But as of right now, it's just building up in my apartment. And because of the virus situation, I can't move cameras around and I can't send cameras through the mail like I usually would. So it kind of put a damper on my entire project, at least for now. Maybe that'll change. But the next camera I want to get is either a 4x5, like an Intrepid 4x5, or a Hasselblad 500 CM, or maybe a 503. I don't really know what the difference between the 500 and the 503 is. I think the 503 is newer, but I like the Hasselblad. I don't know. It's sexy. Hasselblad is sexy. By the way, this jacket is a front. I'm fronting for you guys because I had my air on and I forgot when I make these videos, I got to cut the air off. And I just put these jackets on, even though it's the middle of the summer, and none of my shirts are ironed, and I didn't feel like ironing the shirt. So I just throw a jacket on because I don't have to worry about ironing before I record a video. I know it's just super lazy, but yeah, that's beside the point. Okay, next one. This is gonna be a long video. Buckle up, you guys. All right, next one. What happened? That's actually how it's spelled. You gonna buy an X Pro 2 again? A vid on it would be this emoji. I guess that means nice or good. No, I'm not gonna get another X Pro 2. I just bought this Sony a6400. I ain't shot any photos with the a6400. And I don't plan on it. I really have no urge to buy a digital camera for photography. I don't know. Nothing interests me. Nothing about a digital camera at this point in time makes me want to make photographs. No, I'm not going to buy another X Pro 2. A video would be nice, but I wouldn't buy it for a video. Next question. 6R asks, how did you develop the style of your photography? I plan on kind of doing another video about photography styles coming up soon, but personally, I don't know what my style is. To develop your style, the key is just making photographs of what interests you, and then over time, the way that you make those photographs will become yours, I guess you could say. Okay, little Chris boy. It's a good name, Chris. Any preference to slide film if you shoot it? Ever thought about cross-processing? I love slide filming. I have some slide film right here. Check those out. You can't see them. But yeah, slide film. I love slide film, man. I think slide film is really slept on by a lot of people, especially now that you got like CineStill, and CineStill is making E6 processing kits that you can develop slide film at home. To be honest, just between you and me, slide film is the shit. Period. Slide film's the shit. Next, Depot of Brandon. No, Department? I can't say it. It's on the screen. Favorite black and white film. Now that's difficult. So Acros 100 would probably be my favorite black and white film. The film is beautiful. Grain is super fine grain. The blacks are really inky. You know, like you really get those nice dark blacks. And yeah, I like that. I like really contrasty film, and Acros does that. Okay, Stav asks, what made you switch from digital to film? So what made me switch to digital to film is actually I shot a friend of mine, shout out to Ben, had a film camera. He had already been shooting film for a while before I met him, and he had a Nikon FM, and or one of those, right? And he let me shoot it because I was like, I'm interested in it, I'd like to shoot it. And I was like, yo, I like this. I like the fact that I wasn't able to see my photos, and I just kind of was able to see what I was taking a photo of, and I was a lot more observant of what I was shooting instead of, you know, just clicking away at things. And I liked it. So I picked up a film camera, and then after I got the film camera, I started to use it, and I was like, I like this more than I like the digital camera, just because I couldn't fiddle with my photographs as I took them. I had to just make the photograph and then wait. I just like the process more. I feel like I get more photos that I like when I shoot film because I'm just more observant, and I'm actually looking at what I'm shooting, and I'm composing, and I'm trying to be cognizant of what I'm doing, instead of a digital camera where I don't really have to worry because I can take 15 shots of the same exact thing, and then just out of those 15 I'll just delete the ones I don't want, and I think it just makes me lazy as a photographer. Okay, next, I think her name is Raya Yasmin says, what's your day job in Japan? My day job in Japan is a English assistant language teacher. That's what the ALT, assistant language teacher. But yeah, so since I've been in Japan, that's been my job. And basically I assist the Japanese English teacher. And it's not the most exciting thing in the world. I just like to interact with the students. It's always fun to kind of share knowledge with students. Next, Yasmin asks, what's it like working with Japanese people? Working with Japanese people is cool. It has its upsides. But there's a strict order to how things go in Japan as far as working. And yeah, there's no room for much opinion on things. There's no room for like creativity in a lot of things. It's, you do it the way it's been done, and especially as a foreigner, you don't really get, maybe in some people's situations it might be different, but in my personal situation, yeah, that's a rough thing to kind of do, is try to change things or try to get too creative with ideas, or try learning in a different type of way instead of just reciting things over and over again, or repeating things out of a book, like trying to make English, which what I'm teaching, trying to make it entertaining, trying to make it fun. I think sometimes it's kind of seen as a waste of time and it doesn't work. But I mean, I can understand, because I feel like the goal here is not to get kids to learn the language. The goal is to get kids to pass the test. What I'm trying to do as an English instructor is spark interest, especially with young learners, is to spark interest in the students so that they learn on their own. Because nobody ever gonna learn a language in school. I don't care how long you go to school and how long you took a language. You're not gonna learn a language if you don't go and practice on your own. The only reason you would go and practice on your own is if you found it to be some type of useful information, or if you found it entertaining or fun. Then you might go and use it on your own, which would then allow you to progress in the language. But you can sit and repeat things in a class all day. I took French from middle school all the way through university, and I can't speak a lick of French. Last thing, Ray Yasmin asks, what's your dream shot? I don't know. That's a difficult one. I have no idea. What's my dream shot? My dream shot is just to make photographs that I'm interested in. Something that I can hang up on my own wall and I can be like, yeah, like that's it. I like that. Last question from Jenny Garner, makeup artist. What day is it? The day before the one that you in right now. And I gotta talk shit because that's my sister and she was just being an asshole. Shout out to my sister. What day is it? That's it. That's all the questions from the Q&A. Thank you all, everyone who took the time, who saw the Instagram story and wrote a question. I like doing these. These are pretty fun. It's just kind of something off the cuff. I can just kind of talk to you guys, and you can get to know me a little bit more. Maybe I'll do it again sometime soon. Always keep your eyes open on my Instagram page, which you can find right here over in this area. Follow the Instagram page. We're close to pushing 2.5K, 2,500 people over on Instagram. So let's get that to 3K. And over here on the YouTube channel, we're actually really close to hitting 2K as well. I think at the time of making this video, I'm at 1.7 thousand subscribers. So, you know, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up button, because that always gets this video to pop up on that side. Go check out my website, or it might be right under here somewhere. Check out my website, www.zone-focused.com, and that's where you can see my photography work, my portfolio, some little projects that I've done that don't really make it onto my Instagram page. And yeah, check that out. And that's it, man. Thank you all for stopping by as usual, and stay zone focused. Holla at y'all later.